Well, hey everybody! Welcome back to Critters at the Creek for our second episode. You all are in for a real treat. That's right, we're going to find some critters that we might see around camp on a typical weekend, maybe over the summer. That's right, this is our special Barnyard Critters episode. First off, we're going to see some chickens. That's right, a whole group of chickens here. There are over 25 billion chickens in the world. That's a lot more than I was thinking. You know, just like puppies, there are dozens of chicken breeds, too. Now this chicken with a big hat, that's actually a peahen. You know, I was interested to hear that peacock feathers account for over 60% of the bird's total body length. Now these are clearly not chickens. These donkeys just like to hang out in the field, maybe eat some grass, relax a little bit, enjoy some time together. Now, these you might recognize as some goats. These are actually called Nubian goats over at our friends at Happy Friends Farm. Goats can live up to 15 years. Male goats are called bucks, females are does, and young goats are actually called kids. That way, if anyone asks you how much is one male goat worth, you can just tell them about $1. Adult Nubians, these kind of goats, can weigh between 100 and 250 pounds. Now Lily here, I would stretch to say, does not weigh 250 pounds. She's a little baby. Next up, we're meeting our friend Sweetie Pig, former resident of Camp Boggy Creek. These potbelly pigs love to have some toys to play around with. You can see those spread out. They can get up to 150 pounds. They don't have a whole lot of hair. They like to roll around in the mud just like we use sunscreen. Hold up. This guy's looking like he wants us to move over. And you know that cows are vegetarians? I've been wondering, do you think they like broccoli? I'm going to be looking at some of our horses. Meet Frankie here, beautiful white coat. See a whole group of horses just playing around in the field out at camp. You know, horses can gallop at over 27 miles per hour. Horses can also sleep lying down and standing up. I wish I had that power. Meet Six here. Now we're going to meet a couple more of our friends. This is Amanda. She is helping Sunny get some snacks, get some food. We're also going to make sure get all nice and clean with Gus here. Now, horse grooming is quite a process. There's a curry comb, loosens up some dirt around in some circular motions. Then you use a hard brush, which removes some of that dirt and hair. Then you might go in with a soft brush, some finer particles and some dust get knocked out there. And then just like we might use a toothpick to get some food out of our teeth, they use a hoof pick, clean stuff out of their feet. I don't know about you all. I'm sure I'm glad we don't need to use a foot pick. Now it's time to saddle up. We're going to be getting some of these horses ready for a ride. Now you might be interested to know there are multiple kinds of saddles in the world out there. Big saddle categories are English and Western. Now if you've been on a horse ride here at camp, we typically use Western saddles. So if anyone ever asks, now you know. Making sure our horses are stretched out, feeling comfy. Amanda's saying we are good to go. That's right, everybody. Time to giddy on up for a trail ride. Here we're with our friend Little Red, helping us out get around the trail. The horse trail that we make our way around at Camp Boggy Creek is about a 1/4 mile long. It goes through the woods throughout the summer. Now when you're going on a horse, there are about 4 basic speeds they can move at. They can either walk, and go a little faster and trot, go a little faster and canter, and then go real fast and gallop. I don't know about you, but I'm comfortable walking. Fastest recording sprinted speed of a horse, 55 miles an hour. That's speeding in most neighborhoods. Now we got a friend of ours here. Little Red is back for a couple of questions. You know, after a long ride, Low Red, thank you for taking some time on the trail today. Is it true that horses can gallop around 27 miles per hour?
Well, I can tell you did your research. I won't say nay to that one.
Whoa, that's pretty amazing. One more question for you. I heard recently that July is National Ice Cream Month. Do you have a favorite flavor of ice cream?
Well, it's funny you should ask. Horses don't really eat ice cream, but I've been thinking about starting a horse ice cream company. We could call it Ben and Hayries.
Ooh, that is a good one. Hey, thank you for answering some questions for us.
Hey, I'm your main man. Or I guess you could better say, I'm your man with a mane.
Thank you so much there, Low Red. You've been doing a lot of kindness to us today. Ooh, we're going to see some tricks today. That's right. The excitement just doesn't stop around here with our critters. Here you'll see Sweetie Pig and Mr. Pickles with our friend Amanda. Just like a little dog, these pigs like to sit, get a treat, get a nice little head scratch at it too. They like to get a little challenge. And last but not least, our friends Alex and Six are going to show us something I definitely haven't seen before. Did you know horses could hula hoop? I didn't either, but I'll let them show you. Ooh, big old stretch to get over there. That's some amazing stuff. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Six. And thank you to everybody for joining us here again for Critters at the Creek. Remember to keep on searching. You never know when you just might find a cool new critter.